How to select the right townhouse. Due to the continuous increase in land prices in Australia, the prices of independent standalone homes are rising. So many home buyers and investors are now targeting townhouses with higher cost effectiveness. So how do you choose an excellent townhouse? What kind of townhouse is a good design? How do you maximize your living comfort and ensure that the property you invest in is extremely popular in the future? The rapid increase in population and the rise in housing prices has made living in single standalone homes sometimes an unattainable dream for many Australians, particularly in metropolitan Melbourne. The main groups who choose to live in townhouses include new migrants, young local Australians, and elderly families looking to downsize in more prominent blue chip locations. Many young people believe that current townhouse designs are more comfortable than old homes in terms of living space. Since the old house was designed a decade ago, it's not necessarily suitable in the modern day living. In the old houses, especially the main living areas, the dining, kitchen and living spaces were all in separate areas, where if you look at the new forms of townhouses, we're seeing much more open living space known as the open floor plan. It provides a lot more natural light and allows you to design your furniture or your living standards a lot more effectively. Although the land on townhouses is not as big as a house, the internal space can sometimes actually be bigger, surprisingly or not. The internal space can be made very large and very open, particularly if it can get extended into an open backyard or courtyard. How do we choose a townhouse? First up, choose the location before choosing the home. Buy a townhouse where you cannot afford a home. Buy an apartment where you cannot afford a townhouse. It's basically a filtering funnel. Of course, there are 4 or 5 people in a family, and this is unrealistic to squeeze them into an apartment or sometimes a townhouse. However, choosing the right townhouse first and foremost comes down to location. A townhouse in particular areas may be potentially $500,000 or $600,000 cheaper than a standalone house, particularly on the Bayside corridor of Melbourne and the eastern suburbs. In our experiences at Crest Property Investments, we help many buyers, either investors or owner-occupiers, purchase townhouses. Most show most popularity in either the front or the back of the site. So most townhouses can range from either 2 on a block up to, say, sometimes 20 or 40, but those 20 plus 40 are often more master communities rather than just one-size blocks. You'll find that the front one is obviously more popular because it faces the street frontage. Many people feel more of an independent living arrangement having it that way. The back one is also popular because if the townhouse is set up on a busy main road or on a road that has quite a lot of foot traffic, you'll find the back one is certainly more quiet and often sometimes more secure. The back one also often has a little bit more of a backyard space, where the middle ones in the site are often cheaper, however, do lose a lot more landscape or outdoor space. It really comes down to your personal taste. It also comes down to your budget. You'll find that first and last on the site are often more expensive than those middle ones. So you really do need to take into consideration your financial circumstances as well as your personal circumstances in needing to understand if it's functional enough for you to live in. There are many advantages and disadvantages of buying townhouses. I think the most advantageous one that most people would agree on is the fact that a townhouse can be in a blue chip suburb, which is in a far more affordable range. It's also very tax effective for investors, as the home has a lot of new fixture and fittings. You'll also find another key advantage for townhouses is the fact it offers a lot lower maintenance as well. In terms of disadvantages, the ones that are most commonly spoke about is first up, the body corporate. Now, body corporates or owners corporation differ greatly from an apartment building. If you have a common driveway or a common space that needs to be shared, generally requires an owner's corporation. That owner's corporation will obviously ensure that that particular area of the site is maintained, clean and safe, but also ensuring that these properties within the site are fully insured. Most townhouse designs come in a double-storey floor plan. They can be either mirrored where the bedrooms are on top, or more likely on the bottom with the open floor plan on the first level. In more modern times, we're seeing more triple stories coming into play but losing yard space, something you need to consider. You may get more internal space, but in those situations you may lose on outdoor space. You'll also find that new modern townhouses are designed with study nooks or even a study office. Given the wake of the global pandemic, COVID-19 has allowed many people have to find ways to work from home. The study nook or study office is very much a trending space. So seeing modern floor plans like this has become a very popular introduction. There are many different types of townhouses, and they're not always perfect. Even the most expensive homes can find some shortcomings. As we said, please take into account your situation personally to ensure that the location, the property type, and the budget suit your needs. If you'd like to learn more about either investing or buying your own home, being if it's a townhouse, standalone house, or apartment, we are here to help. We specialise in sourcing brand new and off-the-plan properties, and we welcome the opportunity to offer our service to you. If you'd like to learn more about Crest Property Investments, please visit our website at www.crestproperty.net.au. Thank you and bye for now.